pesos. Get your sus, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Ay, 16 cars in my front yard. Ay, 30 on my wrist, bullet points of God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist, man, check the wrist, man. Got him hot, ayy. Man, can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards. You just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Ayy, 100s and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ayy, she want it like me cause her blame, she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the
Coach, on the eastern edge of the D.C. metro area in Landover, Maryland. That's where we are situated at FedEx Field. A few minutes ago, it sounded like the 4th of July on the National Mall as the hometown Redskins were introduced to this sold-out crowd. They are set to go as their guys will match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Right there, 56. Coming, baby, I'm coming, baby.
Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. For Zeke, one of the first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his second rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. On second down, it's Elliott. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlight showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try to sweep with Elliott, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. Second down now.
It'll be real interesting to take a look at this play later because on this pitch toss play, I get the sense that he just followed the pulling guard or the pulling offensive lineman through that hole and spilled this play early.
Yeah, because he didn't even get to the outer third of the field. He was tackled in the middle third.
Yeah, when you're talking about a pitch or a toss tackled there, that means they read it fast and diagnosed it and knocked him down in a hurry.
Hey, let's go. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Throwing on second and long. Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. Touchdown, Cowboys! Amari Cooper, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And there is a flag as he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. But who's this going to be against? Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the face mask gets him a free 15 to start the drive. Smith hands off to Geis. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
It's a party now. It's a party now.
This is Geis. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10.
Go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They run with Adrian Peterson, the 2nd active leading rusher in the NFL. Touchdown, Washington! Adrian Peterson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It was Jonathan Bostic there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Prescott from the gun. Looking deep for Elliott. It got his man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They've moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. A first down carry by Elliott. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
They'll try to run it with Morris. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 7-7, our score after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal.
Here go 46. 56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check 56. Bang it. 56. Mike, 56. Right.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Of course, the door for Maher was opened after a little bit of a surprise move, the Cowboys letting go of Dan Bailey last year.
Yeah, Maher took over in the preseason. He's from Nebraska via the Canadian Football League where he kicked for 4 years. And I saw him personally make 2 game-winning field goals last season against Detroit and in Atlanta.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Kill.
On first down, this is Geis. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Check. Crunch.
Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
I'm coming for you.
On 2nd down, Peterson. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago. And another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Throwing on 2nd down, Prescott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up, loose football. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Ready. 90 Wolf.
3 butt.
Following the fumble recovery, Smith. Josh Doxson's got it complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. They'll run on 1st down. Thompson. And his first carry, he loses the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
We got 6.
Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
C6. Here we go.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
On first down, Smith. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. It's Christian Covington who notches the sack there. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Another try after the first down sack. Smith. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, it's Geis. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Darius Geis, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. At their own 27-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jason Witten, the intended target. And now it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Third and long for Prescott. And an alley to run. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's fourth down. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line. At their own 16-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Smith. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one good for 26 and a first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Out of the gun, Geis. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Set. 10-2 stop.
Block 54. Crunch time, defense.
Get it.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Smith. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4. Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together.
On 3rd down, Smith. A deep ball for Dotson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here's Austin. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On second down now, it's Morris. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
25 yards there on the catch and run.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. A gain of 3, second down.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
From the 45 on second down, Smith escaping the pressure right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Hey, Zoo! 48 mark, 48 mark. Hey, get the weight room. Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic. Watch who this goes.
A shotgun snap for Smith. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by George Iloka. He's at the 30, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play, a pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
And now Jason Garrett electing for his guys to try for two. Following the interception, here's Prescott to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for two, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 38-yard line.
Here we go, set. 60 outlaw.
Watch the pass.
Out of the gun, Smith. That's going to be caught by Richardson. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Here we go.
From the gun, here's Smith. Open man is Quinn, able to connect. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 18.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Smith now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
48 to Mike. All day, just like that. Just like that.
From the red zone now, Smith ducks him with a grab over the middle. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Josh Doxson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point good by Hopkins. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Cowboys 26, Redskins 21.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. From the 30 on 2nd down, Prescott.
It's 3rd down and
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Watch the slap. Watch the slap. Watch the slap. Watch this one, anything. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. Let's go, anything.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Cowboys with a football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the fourth. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Prescott. And he rifles one incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott. 3rd down here.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that's incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Put it 50, plant. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Bravo. Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic. You gonna get this boy? Mike.
Smith on 1st down. And Reed with it over the middle. And he's got room. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A big play there on the catch and run. 65 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A toss play. This is Peterson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Adrian Peterson, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Redskins are going to retake the lead. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Leo.
They'll let Peterson try and run it in. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line.
I think we can figure out why they went for 2 there, right? Up 1, you want to make it a field goal difference if at all possible. They didn't get it. Now they've got to play some defense down the stretch.
Yeah, not much margin for error now for your D. They just have to get it into range. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Last year, Dak Prescott had 3 fourth-quarter comebacks, and he's in search of another one right now. On first down, Elliott. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Now on 2nd and 13, Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Well, using Zeke Elliott in the passing game, that's something Cowboy fans are getting used to. Last year, 77 receptions. And you think back to his rookie season, he had 32 and then 26 his second year. But he's really on the uptick. Prescott now, perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's Prescott, flushed out right. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Cobb. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
We always talk about defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Looking to throw. Prescott. And that is incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
47.
Prescott yet again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Set the time, defense. Let's go. There we go. Kill. 26.
And again, it's Prescott. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. First play of the drive is a run with Thompson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd and 11 now. Smith. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Richardson. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. That catch good for 5. It's third down. I don't know that those medium 5-ish yard gains are going to do it right now. Probably should have dropped it, right?
Yeah, that way you save more time on the clock. But I know receivers, they think they can catch it and break a tackle and turn it into a big gain.
The Redskins on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. He's got his man. This is Dodson. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Smith now to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Smith now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down. Now a run with Peterson. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Again, Peterson. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. The Redskins on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Smith. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Richardson. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 18.
Hey, you got your first down. Get up to the line of scrimmage and spike it.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
And now they're going to get the timeout. So a huge play has them in field goal range with a chance to possibly send this one to OT. So now it all comes down to Dustin Hopkins. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So now it all comes down to Dustin Hopkins. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And they'll be all smiles in Georgetown tonight as the Redskins have won it. So hail to the Redskins as they get the victory here. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Washington, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they'll fall to 1-1, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.